Okay, so this is the second video out of a list of I don't know how many. But this is going to follow on to the previous video. And we're going to see how things go. So we're having a meeting now with Jax. The guy in the first video who jumped in didn't know what he was talking about, and I blasted him right in his fucking face. So far, I've spoken with the owner and a few of the admins and devs, basically calling this kid out for being an idiot and being unprofessional, part of the leadership team, banning people, kicking people, deleting chats, etc. Reasoning withheld. If, as he stated himself, if the higher ups told him to do it, then why didn't they do it? Why did they want him to do it? So let's see how things go. Yeah, typical general chats are going again. So I'm gonna mute up this until we get into chat with these two. So give me a few minutes. No, I'm just gonna mute your end so you can hear me.
Can you be here real quick, man? Face in here real quick, man?
I'm waiting. Come on. What takes this kid so fucking long? Yo.
That he does. I heard you didn't vote for me as leadership.
Yeah, why would I? I wasn't even here for it to start with.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, why, just so I can improve on what you think or your perspective.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. What makes you think that you're good for leadership to start with?
You're inside the server.
Good for leadership. Oh. Wait, what'd you say, Daddy? Dust, I mean.
What makes you think you're good for leadership to start with?
Well, one, I've been in here from the start, from day one. Also have the community's back. I know you might disagree with a couple of these things. Also put money towards the server. I put effort and my time into the server. I respect, everyone. I do have other stuff going on, personal reasons. I do get angry sometimes, but I always try to turn it back around. And I always try to improve on what, I could do better and what other people think I could do better.
I'll be back. As soon as I'm back, please don't yell at each other. Please and thank you. Bye.
Right.
Alright, so personal background stuff aside, I can understand that. That sort of stuff happens all too often. As far as monetary gain towards the server, that shouldn't give you any rights to be staff at all to start with. Being around in the community from the beginning, that's usually just something that's expected, especially if it's a community trying to develop itself. I've run one myself. As far as losing your temper, being someone who is meant to be leadership, you should be able to take the time to let cooler heads prevail rather than going off and kicking, banning, and doing other kinds of stuff that I've seen you do since I've joined this community.
That's what I said. I'm trying to work on stuff like that.
Alright, so what are you doing to work on that stuff?
Oh, that's personal reasons.
Okay, so you're saying you're trying to work on that, but it's personal.
Yeah. Like, you don't really need to know how I'm trying to work on that.
Okay, but you called me in here to find out why I didn't vote for you, but you can't tell me what you're trying to do to better
As I
yourself?
said, as I said, it's personal.
As he's trying to say, it's family stuff.
Family stuff is fair enough, but how does that help the community is what I'm trying to look at. Like,
I didn't say those. I didn't say that.
okay. So in other words, you've got no answer for that, but you want to ask me questions. So
The simple question was, why do you not want me? Not for you to answer back, as in not like answer back, as in to answer back with a question. Do you know what I mean?
okay, so
And I was
again,
asking you
that's
what I can work on.
that sort of stuff to do with leadership is communicating with the community to find out where you're lacking and answer questions to assist in that regard.
But I'm saying I'm not going to answer a question where that relates back to a personal matter. You know what I mean or no?
I'm not asking anything about your personal life. I'm asking about how you're bettering yourself for the community. I don't think the community is a personal thing, it's a gaming community.
I never said the community is a personal thing. I don't know where you're getting that from.
I'm just trying to ask you a simple question, and you're just telling me it's a personal matter, how you're bettering yourself for the community.
But that wasn't the question that you asked before. Why I said that it's personal.
Yes, it is.
You asked me, what am I working on to stop me, from yelling or doing something unprofessional to the community. I said I am working on stuff.
Yeah,
And
for
it
the
is
community. I
personal.
didn't ask anything about your personal stuff, because that's frankly none of my business. Unless you were to hire me as a counselor, that's none of my business. And if that was the case, we'd have a different conversation, there wouldn't be other people here. I'm referring to community stuff, nothing to do with you outside of the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm back. What happened? Is that just still on you? Oh,
What?
it is. What's happening? Sorry, I'm back.
Not much.
Welcome back. I
What?
was just asking a question and I'm still waiting for an answer.
Which question?
What he's doing to better himself in the community, to actually be leadership, and I'm getting told personally.
No. So see now you've completely changed the question.
Boys.
No.
Boys.
No,
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 Jack.
Jack.
No, both of you
Jack,
pipe down.
Jack.
Okay.
What do you mean pipe down? We're legit talking.
Okay, I can hear tones getting raised by both of you. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Daddy, what was your question?
Exactly that. I'm trying to focus on the community, nothing to do with his personal life, because, well,
No,
his personal
no,
life's his.
that was not the community. That was not the question I mean.
Alright, well, he's got a new question, Jax. Follow through.
Oh god, I'm lost.
You forgot what he asked?
No.
No, he's saying he can't be asked. He doesn't want to answer the question. Like,
Come on, boys. We're gonna sort this out, otherwise
No, I honestly can't be bothered because now it's starting to.
This is actually funny to listen to.
Look, dude, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm trying to be serious. I run a community myself. I'm trying to be serious here, dude.
Yeah, no, he answered. He has personal stuff.
Yeah,
And-
that has
No,
nothing
no,
to
no,
do
no,
with the
Daddy.
community.
Thus, you have completely changed the question. I said that I'm trying to prevent myself from what was the
Yelling,
word that I used?
yelling.
From yelling at the community. You go, how are you doing that? And I go, I am working on stuff in my personal life to help with that.
Okay.
Did I not?
Yeah.
Did I not say that?
That's what you
And
said.
then, yeah, exactly. And then you have completely changed it out of nowhere and just.
Alright, boys. Let's just give it 5. Let's talk about a different subject. And in 5 minutes, we're going to come back to that question and we're going to answer it. Alright?
Yep, let's just give that a bit of time. Let's just fucking chill for a bit.
Yep.
Boys.
What's up? We're just trying to solve an issue between Jax and Daddy Dust.
There's not really much of an issue here. I'm just saying how I see things.
Well, yeah, I get that. The more issue is that I like you, Daddy.
I like me too.
I like you more. But
Aw, that's sweet.
I would prefer that you stayed in this community than watch you leave.
And I'll be back.
So I want you to stay in the community. And just because an incident happens or has occurred or multiple, I don't want you to be leaving and then it causing a whole chain of events because, like I said, I like you more than you like yourself. And I would really appreciate if you did stick around, bring in your gang, have a great time. Now I get it, the Jax does cause you some problems. Now, yeah. in city, it's not going to really occur to you much because you can't bring out of city things in city. And if it does, I will personally deal with it. And I want your gang in. Do you own your own city, Daddy?
Nah, I'm building one currently.
Oh, nice. Make sure you send me an invite. Might drop in. But
Yeah, when we go live, we'll be opening it up. It's gonna be very one of a kind.
do you have a Discord, Med?
Nah, I'm waiting until we get everything else organized before I worry about Discord.
ESX or QB?
It's gonna be a QB.
Oh. Alright, well, great luck for that. I still want you in our server. Like I said, I met you. You're a chill dude. Stood up for me. You seem like a great, genuine, good leader. And I don't want you and Jax having something that causes you or Jax to leave. Now, Kendro, entertain him. I'm gonna go see what's happening down there and talk some sense
Well,
into.
I'm fucking in Beehive building myself a fucking Altezza, so fuck you.
I'm in Rust.
I'm
about
fucking
to get
chilling.
fucking raided, bro.
You're on Rust getting graded.
I'm about to get raided, bro.
Oh, ratchet.
Let's see.
GG.
I'm playing a 10x no BPs, bro. It's like constant karma, bro.
Oh god.
I've
those
never
sorts of
played
servers.
Rust. Is Rust any good?
Yeah, it's fucking lit.
It can be. It depends on the servers you play on.
What do you usually play? Daddy?
My usual ones are salt and pepper 2 times,
Alright, okay.
but the admins are a bit on the abusive side by building their own bases, and then at the end of wipe that they give people a bunch of C4 and shit and say, hey, try and raid it for fun. It's pretty fucking funny.
I played an Andy Cell 20x no BPs. It was instant cancer, bro.
Oh
It's
yeah,
fucking
a lot of the
shit,
ones that are like more than 5 or 10 times will
Yeah.
be insta-fucked.
Yeah.
Alright, well I doubt that this is gonna get solved anytime soon.
Sis?
So I've got a problem with Jax because the first time I met him,
Don't we all?
the
Anyway,
first time I met him,
keep
I
going.
was sitting there, I was talking to Jack about the gang stuff
Yeah.
because when he put up the fact of dropping in an app and all that, and Jack was answering his questions as best as he could. And I was asking some pretty hard ones that there's obviously no answers for yet in the community.
Right.
And Jax jumps in halfway through without messaging Jack to start with, say, hey, what's going on down there, etc. Meant to be leadership, so technically he should have done that. Message first, said, hey, what's going on, you know, is it cool if I joined to listen in? But no, he jumps in, starts asking the exact same questions that Jack was asking, which was fucking annoying. And then when I mentioned I'm looking to bring him up my mercenary group, my merc group, he's like, what's that? And I sat there and said, are you serious? Are you still in school or something? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, well, there's your problem. You need to go get some life experience. Because they're talking about bringing in a fucking a militia, which is the exact same thing, but less militarized.
Yeah. Right. I mean, that's a good idea too. Like, that's an alright idea.
Like, honestly, I've got all the stuff planned out for a merc group, which I'm planning on doing for my own server. And now apparently a friend of mine's bringing up a server of their own for the American side. So I'm going to do the same on that side for them. But at the end of the day... Hey?
What's his server?
Doesn't have a name yet. I'll be sending out some invites once we get it up and running. But yeah, like, so if you're hitting, like, let's say the big bank, you can call up the mercs in the middle of your heist and hire them to come move the cops. And we'll just come flying through in big ass trucks, ram all the cop cars out of the way so you can get out and fuck off.
Yeah.
Or if you're having issues with like a rival gangs trying to roll up on you, you can call up, pay a fee, and have them bring in one of the attack choppers to even up the fight a bit if you're losing.
Yeah.
It's kind of some dirty shit, but it needs heavy balance for a server.
Wait, what was?
A merc group.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because that they can be really OP if you're not careful.
Yeah, also about that merc group, my bad for not really knowing. I've never heard and I've never seen a merc group. I just don't. So, you said what? It's basically like a militia, yeah?
Yeah, so
correct?
the militia's the poor man's version, which is just a bunch of idiots with guns, but the merc group's actually militarized.
Yeah. So, my bad about before, bro. By the way. I just want everything with us to be sorted, like, and I know, like, I'm relating this back to personal, but there's personal stuff that is pushing my temp up, and I'm sure Jack can relate to that as well.
Look, honestly, my guy, I would suggest, from a personal standpoint of running communities with younger people, find someone in the community that you can just hang out with to vent a bit. Look at the fact of finding a way to get away from said stress. If it's still a school or family, then your best bet will be just letting it go when you come into the community and just be you in the community itself.
100%.
Now, this is me speaking from experience. I've helped people through stuff that they were almost suicidal because of family shit, school shit, etc. And yeah, man, like, you want to be leadership, you want to do this stuff, yes, wait. If they want you for that, that's their call, not mine. I'm not leadership, I don't run this community. I'm just calling it as is and trying to point out the fact of, if you're having these kinds of issues, my best suggestion, step down for a bit, get yourself sorted, get your head straight, and then go back to it when you're feeling up to it.
Yeah, because I'm probably going to be taking a little break. I probably just won't be, active as much, until it all gets sorted.
Yeah, like if it's something ongoing, then
So
seek
it's
out a
gonna
group
be
of
fun.
friends to help you through it.
And it's, I've already got 2 in this call actually. So
But Jax, take as much time as you need. If we need you ASAP, I'll just spam your snap. Now I don't know if this is a resolvement between you two. You boys can talk it out some more. You boys can drop it as it is. I want this to be fixed and quite fast.
Look,
As
honestly,
long
I've
as-
never had a problem. I'm just an asshole when it comes to fucking certain things. Like, I'm just straight to the point. I don't fluff around the bush. I'm a straight up cunt. Anyone can call me that. I don't give a shit. But that's just who I am. Like,
Personality, yeah.
yeah.
Um,
I've got
Well-
nothing against you personally, Jax. It's just having someone with what's going on with you in leadership. It can be detrimental for the community, and I'm just putting my 2 cents out there the way that many people know that I am. This community has never obviously met me before I showed up randomly one day. It's just the way that I am, not personally attacking you. So for the love of God, don't think I'm attacking you personally.
you're not some.
It's just I've been in communities that the last one that I was a part of that had this sort of issues was Sydney City's RP. The owner was basically best friends with all of his admin, and they took him for a free ride.
Sydney City RP.
Yep,
What
Hendo.
was the owner called?
Hendo.
I know what you're talking about. What did you just say about he took him for a ride?
All the admin took him for a ride. They were spawning shit. They were the cops. They had a gang.
Oh shit! I thought you said like they took him for a ride and they went.
Oh no, not
Holy
not
shit.
in that way. No.
Let's get up.
Holy shit! My heart just went from I love that guy.
Oh look, don't
Okay,
get me wrong.
okay.
I had mad love for Hendo, but the way that he went in the end of his server, I just lost faith in the fella. Like some of his admin team, like Daniel Potter,
Yeah. Yep.
absolutely abused everything. He got some of his real life family into admin roles, and basically poor Hendo lost everything. All of his community went downhill because of a few bringing in bad eggs, and that's the last thing I want to see in a new server. Like, I would love to help get it up and running, do what I can, myself, but at the end of the day, you've just got to kind of watch what sort of staff you have, watch the admin abuse and powers and shit, because it can go bad quickly.
Yeah. 100%.
And that's the problem that Hendo had with his server. He's like, hell, even his cops got to a point of they didn't care for good RP. Like, they pulled me over for some stupid reason,
A cop pulled me over and shot me because I
And-
broke my phone.
and he ended up arresting me. And when I was trying to work out why he's arresting me, why he's doing what he's doing, he just trying to said, you know what? I don't give a shit. I'm gonna jail you for the longest possible time I can. No good RP behind it. Completely failed. Completely stupid. Complete shit. And honestly, it's hard to find any good servers these days because a lot of people will either not think about it or not have it planned out. Like my city, I've been planning on paper for the past 2.5, 3 years almost. So that way, any and all possible things that can go wrong or be abused, I'm working out before it even shows up in city to be abused. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's why I was asking you those hard questions, Jack, to see like if the gang leaders, or I don't even know if you have gang leadership.
management.
Yeah, but like just to see if any of that has been thought of or planned out, because if you're not careful, you'll have gangs like the Whackers from fucking Sydney cities.
Well, let's not talk about those boys.
Yeah, you run into them.
I was one of them.
Oh, no wonder you sound familiar.
Fucking pricks they were. AFP on top,
Yeah.
get that shit out of my face.
Yeah, fucking.
AFP on bottom. You know what, cunt. I'm sorry, this is a very big issue real quick.
No, it's
Continue
not.
what you're saying.
But yeah, so that's honestly. Those are just some of the issues that you're gonna need to look at running a server personally.
Yeah.
And you know, like a lot of those aren't directed towards you, Jax. I get, you know, your situation's pretty dire, and this is honestly for what's going on in your personal life. That's honestly the only reason why I would suggest against younger people being in like leadership at all, because unfortunately shit in your life can go downhill extremely quickly for whatever fucking bloody reason. Yeah, like it's a really big thing that can get really bad really quickly, and the last thing that you need is something goes south in your life and accidentally you do the wrong thing or say the wrong thing to someone, and then bam, you've just lost yourself one of your biggest groups that brings stuff into the city.
Yeah.
Now again, that's not me attacking you personally. You've taken everything on as best as you can what I've said. And as I said, I'm a cunt, which is completely fucking true. I'm just trying to look at shit as a whole. Like, I was here before quads took off. I was privy to most of the knowledge of what was happening at that point. And personally, none of that's any of my fucking concern. That's between her and the people involved. And as far as what she's doing now, it's pretty fucking stupid.
Very.
Like, she's trying to bring up her server, she reckons she can do it in a week, but she has no idea how to do it from scratch.
And then
You know, she has a dev that used to be my main, and then yeah.
Yeah, I know who her dev is. He's actually the guy that's my permanent dev. And that's why I
CX?
know... No, not CX.
Sea Salty.
Yeah, Salty.
Oh, so that's where Salty went.
Yeah. So she basically pulled him over there because of the drama that was happening here. That's why he left. Because there was pretty much no communication from what he was saying before he left, or very little of. And he's pretty much he's going to be leaving her server soon as well, because he's basically being used. He's putting in 13-14 hour days developing their server, and he's getting next to nothing out of it. So that's the other issue with developers. You need to make sure they're not getting abused, which is way too common.
Yeah. Is everything sorted, Dust?
As I said, man, I didn't have a problem with you personally. I'm just trying to point out facts as I see them.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm just a community
I
member,
appreciate that a
but
lot.
I'm an asshole. I'll call it as I see
appreciate
it. Yeah, like, if you're capable of working on what's going on in your life, by all means do it. If you need someone to talk to that's probably been there or helped it, don't be afraid to hit me up.
Yeah.
Fucking...
He won't be a cunt about those scenarios.
Oh no, I'm a fucking cunt in general, but if you actually come to me and you need some advice, I'll give you the best advice I can. Whether I like you or hate you, I'll give you the best advice, because at the end of the day, the only way to help is to actually fucking, put the work in.
Yeah.
And that a lot of people can't do. A lot of people don't have life experience. And more often than not, that's where you fuck up. Like, when I put in the application form for joining staff, I practically tore my fucking hair out staring at the staff app. Like, it made next to no fucking sense. And I fucking told Jack that right to his face, and he laughed at me. Until he looked at it.
Yeah, that's still on my priority list. I'll get
Yeah,
that
so
soon.
this is the what you guys need to do is actually sit down and organize who's doing what, like have someone working on Discord shit, server shit, etc., and get yourself like a timeline, so that way everyone's on the same page, not one person's doing it, or like 4 of you's doing it, and you all do the exact same thing and submit it, and then it fucks up later.
Yeah.
Like, management wise, it's a lot more than what people think. Leadership is probably going to be the hardest fucking sell to do. But yeah, man, like, honestly, I haven't had a problem with you from the beginning. I just had a problem with what was happening. You're losing your shit, deleting chat, banning people, kicking people. Fair enough, I get that you're getting annoyed at what was going on. But personally, I would have been looking more at the fact of being leadership. You need to put that aside for 5 seconds and go, okay, what's actually going on here? Why is this happening? Kind of thing. That way you can actually work on resolving it.
But real quick, Jax, Dawn, check my photographic image.
Yeah, we did. I see it.
What the hell was that?
What the
Oh,
fuck
that's what
just
that
did that? I got saved.
Jax, this is fucked.
What are you doing? Oh my god!
But what you said,
God!
thank you, Daddy. We'll take that all into account. You'll
Yeah.
always be my daddy if you want to be my daddy.
Oh god.
But nah,
Don't tell my wife that, she'll try and adopt you. She does that a lot.
What? You have a wife?